Are you looking for a soap making process with easy step-by-step instructions? Look no further. I can guarantee this will be your final bus stop. Making soap at home is a very rewarding experience. And you know the beauty of it is that it's a way of reducing home expenses. I could remember about 13 years ago when I started making soap, and all this our home essentials like hair freshener and what have you. The woman that normally sell toiletries to me had to call me one day. Yeah, are you angry with us? I said, why? We are not fighting. She said, you have not been coming to buy things from us. I said, sorry, I have become a producer. That means my absence was conspicuously felt by the woman. And you know, the thing about this is that you can give to friends and family, colleagues, and you can as well make cool money from it. I make cool money from it. I won't deceive you. Here are some safety precautions when handling chemicals. And today, I want to show us how to make liquid soap at home. You can use it at home and you can as well make good money from it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. These are the materials we'll be needing for the production of our liquid soap. Some are powdered in nature, some are liquid, while some are semi-liquid in nature. First on my list is Nitrosol. It looks like milk. This caustic soda looks like sugar. Some of those chemicals looks like edibles. That's the more reason you need to keep them away from the reach of the children. That's STPP, soda ash, and sulphate. This is SLS. It looks like rice. Here is color pink. This is optional. You can use it and you may decide not to use it. If you are working with white, it's better not to add color to it because some colors normally react with white. This is perfume, and we also have Texapol, which is semi-liquid or semi-solid, is a foaming agent. These are foaming booster. And lastly, on this liquid ingredient, we have a sulphonic acid. It's also a foaming agent and a thickening agent. I'm not going to be giving us a specific measurement for this because those people selling, they have already measured out. We'll show you the range of packagings they have. Just pick the ones you want and ask them for an idea of the number of liters you need to add to it. You can now reduce the water just to be on the safer side. And if at the end of the production, you can still add more water to it, you can do it. I think it's better like that. Because if you go with your measurements, some of them they have too many customers. They don't have your time. I could remember sometimes ago, I was in Abuja and I wanted to prepare sanitizer, soap and some other things. I now took the pen to write out my measurement and gave it to the person that will help me to buy it from the market because I'm not so familiar with that place. When she came back, she said they can't be selling all those things. They can't be dishing it out in bits. So what they just did was to give her their own packaging. And I now use my previous knowledge to make my preparations. So that's why I don't want to give you any measurement. One more thing to tell us. Don't just add all these powdered chemicals directly into the production. You need to dissolve them, stir very well before adding. Actually, I'm not quite familiar with where I bought the chemical. This is the first time I'm buying chemicals there because I'm out of my environment. If it were to be in my own environment, I already know the measurement and know the quantity of water I'll be needing. but then they told me I'm supposed to use 20 liters. I don't want stories that touch the heart, so I decided to reduce the water. By the time I'm done with the production, if the consistency is too thick, then I will add more water according to my preference. This is Nitrosol. It's the base chemical and one of the most important chemicals for our liquid soap production.
When you are doing your production, try as much as possible to use glove, just to serve as a kind of protection for your hands.
You equally need a pair of scissors to be able to cut up some of those chemicals inside the nylon. I'm adding water to the chemical. You can as well put the water inside the container and add the Nitrosol. Stir very well to dissolve the lumps.
The next thing I'm going to be adding is caustic soda. So I just put small water.
When you have thoroughly mixed the caustic soda with water, remember the water we're using is the one we have measured, you will add it to the mixture and be sure to stir it very well so that it can be free from lumps. The next to add to this mixture is STPP and sulphate. We will mix them separately and add them one after the other. Sorry, my camera stopped while I was adding the sulphate, but it's still the same process.
You have to stir very well.
The next thing is to add our Texapol to the production. I'm going to be adding it directly into the mixing bowl because it is semi-liquid, just like I told us. And this is where the work is. You have to stir it very well so that the production can be free from lump. Next, we will dissolve our soda ash in water and add it to the production.
So SLS is going to be the last, but the best bet is for us to just soak it, because it takes time for it to get dissolved. It's also a foaming agent.
Some schools of thought advocated that you don't need to add SLS once you add Texapol. Do what works for you. Me, I use both, and that's the uniqueness in my soap because it's usually very foamy.
I've added water to the SLS. We keep it aside and allow it to dissolve.
Once I've mixed the soda ash into the mixture thoroughly, I will add my sulphonic acid into the mixing bowl. You will notice that the mixture thickens up the moment you add sulphonic acid to it. I will add the dissolved SLS and mix thoroughly. Please note, you mix well after each addition.
I'm going to be adding my foaming booster.
You can see that our mixture is seriously reporting. I know that we will still need to add more water, but I would like to wait because I'm not sure of those chemicals. So we'll wait for like 12 to 24 hours. By that time, the mixture would have settled down before we now add our color and our perfume. See the final outcome of our liquid soap. It's crystal clear. This is after 24 hours. Actually, I wanted a colorless liquid soap, but I guess the booster that I was given gave it this color. It's still looking beautiful anyway. I'll just add my color pink to it. Some other times I will do a colorless liquid. I'll be careful with the quantity of booster that I add to it. To add the color, what I did was to add the color that I showed us earlier on into a small container of water before adding it here. Remember, I said no powdered ingredients should go into our production directly. And I'm sorry I couldn't show us where I added the perfume. I didn't know that my camera stopped along the way. So let's see the final outcome. And here is our final outcome. This is not all we got from the production. We just packaged a few samples to show to us. Let's meet in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you to answer to any questions you might have. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's a way of encouraging me.